Well, the pictures that you're seeing there tells you that we are here at the National Stadium in the beautiful St. George's, Grenada, and it's the start of match number 2 on this wonderful day, May the 5th, and the Clove Challengers and the Nutmeg Warriors locked in battle coming up they will be locked in battle coming up very shortly. Let's go downstairs for the toss because Kerry's there.
Match number 22, it is the toss time between the Clove Challengers and the Nutmeg Warriors. Nutmeg Warriors are already inside the big dance. Clove Challengers, they're looking for a ticket to get in to that big dance for the very first time. We have with us the match referee, Mr. Norman Gilbert, and our two captains, Andre Fletcher and Preston McSween. Match referee, it's over to you. The call is a head, and it is a tail. Nutmeg Warriors won the toss, and Andre Fletcher already in the big dance waiting for the start of the show. For this match, what would be the decision of your team?
We would have a bowl first, put them in, try to restrict them as low as possible. They're already under pressure. My players are comfortable, we are confident, and we're just out to enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, coming into this match, you have lost one of your key batsmen at the top of the order who would have been called up for IPL duty. So first of all, congratulations to Johnson Charles on that achievement. But it's certainly a loss for your team. How do you plan to operate today without him?
Yeah, it's a bittersweet moment in the sense that we lost him, but I'm very, very happy, for him. He's my best friend, it's a joy to see him, getting that opportunity to go there and represent. Again, I dropping him on the airport as I told him, look at how life, planned out. But I believe we still have the players. We would have a replacement for him as well. I wouldn't say as yet, but I believe the guys still confident. They know what they can do. All we have to do is execute as well as possible, both with the bat and the ball.
Is it a sort of dangerous game where you guys already know you're in, but the intensity you feel might not be there? What word of advice you had to your guys to avoid that sort of complacency?
Honestly, I don't want to be too complacent, but at the same time, I don't want the players to go too hard because at this point in time, we don't want to pick up any injuries. So we have to be mindful of that as well. So we'll be playing competitive cricket, but at the same time, I wouldn't encourage them to push too hard because now is the back end of the tournament, which matters the most.
And you also not only have your team fate in your hands, but another team is waiting for your result.
Yeah, that's how the game goes. That's how the cookie crumbles, as we say. So, I know the Ginger Generals would love for us to beat the Clove Challengers, and then hopefully the first final will start tomorrow with them. But, we're playing to win. But if the result doesn't go our way, then hard luck to them.
All right, well, Captain Fletcher, all the best to you guys and your Nutmeg Warriors.
All right, thank you very much.
Preston McSween, you have 2 bites at the cherry to get into the top 4. I'm sure you don't want to click your ticket on the first opportunity today.
Of course, this is the initial plan. Even before the start of the competition, we always said that we wanted to reach into the finals and win the trophy. So if that's how the game goes and this is how the situation is at present, then that's how we have to deal with it.
For the tournament, your batting has been a bit hot and cold, but you would have posted the largest score in the tournament in the previous match. You must have been pleased with the effort of your batsmen.
Of course, this is all the kind of cricket we want to see as a team. So to get these kind of opportunities and score these big runs, I think that the camp is eager for more runs. So, this is just the start, hopefully, so that we can continue to post big totals and win games.
Yeah, it's the first time in the tournament's history that Clove Challengers are in that position where they are very close to the knockout stage of the tournament. Have you had any words of encouragement to your players to grasp the opportunity?
Well, obviously, like me as a captain, you go out on the battlefield to fight, to represent, make your presence felt. So, with this energy, and even the boys were having a little respect also, it comes a long way. In terms of morals and character. So it's a game of uncertainty, but we are looking to put our best foot forward every time we play.
Last match you had Mason and Jackson opening the order. They would have gotten you off to your best start for the tournament. I'm sure you'll be hoping more of the same from those two.
Of course, there's game plans in place. And once we take the lines and once we take the boxes with the game plans, then we should be at a respectable score.
All right, well, Preston, congratulations so far and all the best for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
So that's the news from the middle. Just to remind you that the Nutmeg Warriors won the toss and they've asked Clove Challengers to bat first.
Well, there you heard it. The news from the middle is that the Nutmeg Warriors, they won the toss, and the Clove Challengers will be going in to have a bat. And the Clove Challengers really in a technical must-win situation here today. Joining me this afternoon for match number 2 is Rafael Crony. And Crony, the Clove Challengers, in a technical must-win situation. They've got 2 games remaining. One of them, of course, is against the Nutmeg Warriors today, and the other against the unpredictable Ginger Generals tomorrow. And a win for the Clove Challengers, who are currently sitting in 3rd position, will give them 8 points today, and that will cement their position inside the top 4 technically.
Yes, Jason, afternoon, Jason. Very important game for Clove Challengers. They need to win if they need to really get to the last 4. And we would have seen that Clove Challengers do possess quite some good players. I mean, some players that really could really turn things around. In my view, it probably is a team that looked like the dark horse, the team that could go all the way. They have some explosive players, and it wouldn't be surprising if they're going to get the better of Nutmeg Warriors this afternoon. They have such good players on that particular team, and therefore this game is very important for them, and they would be looking to pick up 2 points in this game.
All right. Well, they're fielding a very balanced squad here because, of course, they've been led by Preston McSween, Kellis Andrew, Sean Andrew, Reynald Charles, Akim Dubisset, Dana George, Javed Hazard, Haston Jackson, Lyndon Mason, Darren Ned, and Jaron Noel. Out today is Denzel Matthew and Shakim Charles. No real surprises there for the Clove Challengers, as you mentioned.
Yes, and Nutmeg Warriors, led by Andrew Fletcher, Akim Alexis, Jevan Andrew, Wendell Charles, Kieran Kotoy, Shadrach Discate, Imran Joseph, Sheldon Joseph, Sunil Narayan, Alex Moses, Josh Thomas. Left out is Johnson Charles, and also Chris Alexander. Certainly big miss, Johnson Charles not there, but I would think probably it would be a really competitive game when you look at both of those squads. And as I said before, I wouldn't be surprised if Clove Challengers come out on top in this one.
Well, the Nutmeg Warriors are feeling the better team on paper, but what we've seen with them is that they've yet to transfer that power on paper onto the field. Now, even though they are sitting in 2nd position on the table right now with 9 points, what we have seen from them is that on days when their batting is clicking, the bowling is not up to speed. The fielding is substandard sometimes. And when they are really good in the field, they crumble with the bat. So what we have seen from them is they're very consistent with their inconsistency, so to speak. If they do settle down and everything clicks the way we know that these players outside they are very capable of, once it do click, then the Nutmeg Warriors will be a force to be reckoned with.
Yes, so I really, the teams are pretty much even. I mean, they have some big names in terms of Fletcher, would be key for the Nutmeg Warriors. I think while Clove Challengers, you have to look at people like Darren Ned and probably Preston McSween as the 2 big players. Also, Jackson is another critical player. So it will be very interesting to see what happens this afternoon. I think the team that bats better are going to come off in this game.
All right. Well, opening the batting for them will be Lyndon Mason, and I'm trying to pick up the number. It looks like Haston Jackson. Yes, Lyndon Mason and Haston Jackson will open the batting for the Clove Challengers. As you rightfully say, it's a very up and down team, and if they do click, these Clove Challengers, really, they can get off. Now, they're in 3rd position. A win for them this afternoon will cement that position into the final 4. And they've got some talent, all right? They're coming into their own. Alex Moses will open the bowling for the Nutmeg Warriors. And here we go. Ball number 1. And immediately, the Clove Challengers are off and running. So the power play in full effect. And Alex Moses carrying number 29 on his back for these Nutmeg Warriors. To abort his run up there. Is he not too comfortable with it, maybe?
Yeah, I think the bats probably just missing his run a little bit, but it also seems as though the batsman was not quite ready.
So some good rotation of the strike from these Clove challengers. These Clove challengers, they have made it a point clearly to rotate the strike. All the feelers on, most of the feelers actually on the edge of the circle on the offside. And with the restrictions in, of course, we understand just 2 feelers outside of the circle and both of them behind the bat. Haston Jackson very diligently and delicately forward, can't beat the infield. He's been explosive at times, hasn't he, Haston Jackson?
Yeah, most definitely. His last inning was 35, and I think that set the platform for Clove challengers. I had a really good knockout of 35, and then you had Darren came in and really smashed it around when they got up to 134.
He's really hopeful outside the off stump there. A chance. He could have edged it, really. Didn't want to do that, not at this stage of the game. Was trying to get it over the infield, I believe.
Yeah, I think you probably was trying to hit it a little bit too fine. Maybe if you'd have just stayed back and stayed over the backward point, because it is vacant, I would have picked up a 4-in-4.
This time he has struck it cleanly and smartly, brilliantly, well played into the onside, and the power 8 cracking 4. Haston Jackson has clobbered that one.
Superb shot into the right position and really smash it through mid-wicket, which is vacant, and it's sped across the turf for his first boundary.
So he can be very explosive. He's a clean hit of the ball. When he does get it, he finds the middle of the bat very easily, Haston Jackson.
Yeah, he's this sort of attacking player that hits the ball very hard. And this is why this team is a team, you know, that could come from Norway.
There's some good work there behind the stumps. Saving what would have definitely be a boundary.
Yeah, you will be a little disappointed there. Another short delivery, and you were looking to hit square. But I think you were looking really for too much power there. Although the delivery seemed to have stayed down a bit, but took the inside edge and just went past the keeper. And he picked up a single. But again, 7 without loss at the end of the first over. I think both batsmen are looking fairly comfortable. No one seemed to be in any difficulty. And one aspect, I know they would be really looking to have set a solid foundation if they're going to really, you know, challenge Nutmeg Warriors in this particular game.
Haston Jackson has hogged most of the strike in that over. He has faced 5 of the 6 deliveries, and immediately he has moved on to 6. Lyndon Mason is still at the non-strikers end. And Josh Thomas with some really good bowling figures. He's had the best bowling figures in the tournament for a while. He was up there. He's now moved into second place with the bowling figures because Richard Rogers, who had a real good game a few days ago, has the good figures now as 4 for 9, but Thomas can really run in and bend his back if he decides to. He's playing, and it would have been a wicket, but he ambled and it was a no ball. So a chance there.
Yeah, ball short, and you could see ambling and just casually delivered this delivery, which was pretty wide. And Jackson looking to stretch there. I don't think he heard the no ball. Hit it a backward point. Fortunate for him, you know, it was a no ball.
I think Josh Thomas has to run in and instill some fear into the batsman. He's doing that now. It's a free hit and goes absolutely nowhere. Can't make connection with it. Yeah, but he's a tall guy. I think he should be running in a lot more purposeful.
Yeah, you're certainly right. He's really ambling in and really not putting the effort going in there. And I think Jackson, that ball actually in the slot. But I think he needed to get closer to it and probably would have been able to hit it over mid-off.
You've got to do that, especially when you know the Windward Islands Board of Directors are in town. The Board of Directors in town for a meeting which was held at the National Stadium. They've been very busy yesterday and today. We've got some news coming in that the new Board of Directors has been voted in, and Grenada President of the Grenada Cricket Association, Dwayne Gill, has been elected to serve as President of the Windward Islands Cricket Board. It's a delicate push into the offside. No run there. Still 8 without loss.
Yeah, keeping a good line, off-stump line, but just does not seem to be really rushing in on bowl as quickly as we know that he can. We were making that comment in the previous game that he played, and then he came back and he had a tremendous spell and picking up, I think it was 3 wickets in that particular game. And you know, this is what we expect to see from him. Yeah, really to run in. Just does not seem to be giving it his all this afternoon.
You're a fast bowler. You need to run in hard. If you want to change your pace, then use your hands, use your wrist. But you need to run in. This time he's going down the leg side. So he's been really inconsistent here in his first over. He's bowled a few already.
Yeah, and good discipline showed there by Jackson. One remembers him in the last game hitting down to backward square for 6. Now, obviously, I think what the team would do is to look at the players, analyze, and being able to.
Oh, that's a beauty of a delivery there. That's a gem of a delivery there. He was beaten. Good bowling there. Very good delivery from Josh Thomas.
Yeah, that's a superb delivery. Pitch on good length. Jackson had to play, and you could see he actually ended up in no man's land. Wondering whether to come forward or to play back. And that ball left him and just missed the outside edge. But really a beautiful delivery ball there by Thomas. Just missing his run again.
That's a well-played shot, but it's some awesome fielding work there in the offside, and it really had 4 runs written all over it, but good tidying work there by the Nutmeg Warriors.
Yeah, good over by Thomas, just conceding 2 runs in that over. Even though it didn't look well, still 1 delivery to go. So let's see.
That's a peach again by Josh Thomas. He has bowled 2 really fantastic deliveries in this over. And over that, he has bowled something like 8 deliveries, with 2 wides. But the last 2 really peach of a deliveries.
Yes, superb delivery. Good length, good line, and it really lifted as it passed the batsman. But this is what we want to see from Thomas. We know that he has that ability. We would have seen it in the last game. And these 2 last deliveries really indicates the ability that he has.
Alex Moses will continue.
Was just quickly making the point about the backward square being placed on the boundary for Jackson. And he allowed that shortish lifting ball to go down the left side. Didn't attempt to pull as he would have done in the last game.
His head is in the air. Lyndon Mason, and then rehearses the more appropriate stroke.
Yes, he just need to get closer to the delivery, but he just seemed to pull his body away and flash at that delivery, and pitch on good length, and again moving away from him with good bunks.
Well, there are lots of runs just square on the wicket because the infield, the inner circle, is about a good 10 feet in off the edge. Hey, this one is ballooned and it will travel down to the boundary and it goes all the way into the third man boundary, beating the fielder there for a power 8 cracking 4. So Lyndon Mason ballooning one off the edge and goes all the way for 4.
Yeah, bad miss by Joseph there. Looking for the pull shot, came off and flew over where first slip would be, and Joseph coming around from third man just was not able to save it.
So well bowled delivery. Wouldn't mind that. It's a wide, but he was right there, angling into the batsman and just helmet height.
Yeah, another short delivery. I guess looking at the delivery before, which seemed to have created some problem for Mason. Tried another one, but straight down the leg side.
This time he's driving uppishly. And it can't beat the field up on the onside. Didn't make connection of it cleanly at all.
Yeah, and just falling short of the mid-off fielder. It looked like Akim Alexis.
Oh, this one balloons into the air and it's in no man's land. But he's having a real uncomfortable time here, Lyndon Mason. He's not looked very comfortable at all.
Yeah, having some difficulty as Moses is really rushing in and bowling some short pitch delivery. And this one, he just put the bat up just to save himself. Luckily, he took the bat and dropped short of the fine leg, the short fine leg.
Shadrach Descartes gets into the action. He can't be beaten in the offside, and 2 really good strikes from Huston Jackson into the offside, and he has found Shadrach Descartes on both of them.
Yeah.
This over and the previous one.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed not to pick the gap. You know, he was on top of it and hit it well, but straight to the fielder.
Just the one. 15 for naught at the end of over number 3 inside the power play. So snail pace operation here by the Clove Challengers. Only 16 runs in 3 overs.
Yeah, have been a good start, and things have been very quiet. Clove Challengers has not been given the opportunity to really get off. But we have seen that in this over, Moses really rushing in. Finishing his second over, he has gone for 14. And Thomas, who was bowled 1 over, went for 2. But it hasn't been really a fast start from Clove Challengers, and they probably would be looking to pick up just 1 more over for the power play.
So Thomas will continue from the Darbo end. It's wide again. Yet to find that right line at Thomas. But when he does find it, he bowls really peachable deliveries. But he has been straying more often than not.
Yes, not being able to get the line right. Again, we still see the ball moving away from the right-handed Jackson, but really too wide. Not forcing him into a shot.
Ah, there we go again. He has bowled an awesome one, and it has induced the edge. And Huston Jackson walks away. He has induced the edge with a fantastic delivery. This Josh Thomas, when he gets it in the right area, he gets it with precision, doesn't he?
Yeah, that was well bowled again. Superb delivery. Brought it a bit closer to Jackson. As we look at him here, it was a little closer to him, and he really had to play, and tried to pull away the bat, but obviously it was too late, and it took the edge. And good wicket taken there by Josh Thomas. Just need to keep it close. And if you hit the length, it will create a lot of problems.
Well, that brings about the end of Josh Thomas, and that brings about the end of Haston Jackson, sorry. Really awesome delivery. Very lethal delivery it was. And Thomas picking up the wicket of Haston Jackson. Jackson goes caught by Andrew at the wicket, 7 or 15 deliveries. So he's been batting in the minus in this innings so far. And really good delivery by Thomas there.
Yeah, despite the sort of luckless start we saw from Thomas, but with the last 4 deliveries, I think 3 of those deliveries were pitch of deliveries. He just had one that was wide the previous delivery. But pitching on a good length, consistently is moving the ball away from the right-handed batter. I just need to keep it on line. And if he does that, really that has been creating some problem.
Yeah, the caller's catch, but too far off from Shadrach Descartes, and he just pulls it back quickly. And batsmen decide they will settle for only 2. So Javed Hazard, a good square drive.
Yeah, and then another delivery leaving the right hand, and he just went over the backward point. I don't think he got it where he wanted it. Probably looking to keep it on the ground and maybe steer it to the right or to the left of the backward point. It went over his head, and he picked up 2. As we see now that the gully is being placed, there's some attack.
Ambitious stroke there from Javed Hazard. He was nowhere near in position to play that shot.
Yeah, again, this was wide, and I guess he really had to get a little bit closer to it. But we see that Nutmeg Warriors attacking more with a slip and a gully, backward point. So these three players in really critical position, and the 3rd man on the boundary.
He's making life really difficult for Andrew at times, because Andrew has a lot of work to do there going down the leg side to take that wide delivery from Thomas.
Yeah, again, strain, looking for probably too much. And angling this one down the leg side.
If he continues like that, Andrew will surely send him a bill, send him an invoice for excessive work. Another wide again, like Thomas. Needs to gather himself.
Yeah, a bit disappointed there. He felt that it didn't warrant a ride, but we look at the replay here. Yeah, one felt probably a little bit hard done there, but certainly the batsman, they looking to flash, keeping off stump line. As we look at the field, there's six fielders is on the offside, so the attack will be outside.
It's a good one. Better delivery by Thomas. Better delivery. That's where he needs to be, really. Middle and off. He's getting the ball to move when he pitches right there in the corridor of uncertainty. It's moving away from the right-hander.
Yeah, this is where you want it to be pitching there, just about off stump. Off stump, the most play. And if you're able to get it to leave, you know, you give yourself every opportunity with a slip being in place.
There we go again. Once he lands in that corridor right there, the batsman has enormous difficulties.
Yeah, and a pull shot being played by Mason there again. You just stand there and swinging. If you're looking to pick the gap on the onside, just three fielders on the onside, short, fine leg, mid-on, and a backward screw on the boundary. Lots of room on the onside. And here you're looking to swing this one on the onside, made no contact, but again, he stood where he was. He didn't move his feet, and it made it so difficult. As we see the fielder just getting a little bit closer.
This time he has clobbered him. It will travel all the way for 6. He has picked it up nicely, this Lyndon Mason, picking up one off Josh Thomas, the very last delivery of the over, and clobbering him for 6, a power 8 maximum.
Yeah, good strike there by Mason. Again, this one, pitch up seemed to be a slower delivery also. And he swung and hit it over long on for a maximum. He will feel a lot better being able to clear the fence with that last delivery. 28 for 1. Thomas going for 14 in his 2 overs, picking up 1 wicket. And Alec Moses also going for 14 in his 2 overs.
So, an obvious bowling change now has to come because both Alex and Josh would have used out their 2 overs, and that brings Sheldon Joseph into the attack from the River Road end. Javed Hazard is there on 3, and Lyndon Mason is on 12. Hazard is getting a edge, not where he intended it to go at all, and he's living like a cat.
Yeah, he really look out of sorts. I mean, he have been playing some shots and really not seem to get hold of it. This was a short delivery, and again he was not in position, looking to pull and just take the edge, and went out on the offside.
Surely he has to be penalized here, of course.
Also another bad shot by Hazard. This was wide out of some shot. Not sure where he was trying to hit it. I think the only thing would have happened is it would have taken an edge, probably went up in the air, maybe Gully would have picked it up, but really, I just need to focus a bit more.
This time he's more purposeful in his stroke play, down to 3rd man, just the 1.
Yeah, better control there on top of this one. And this is a sort of Hazard that we know, very selective and seems and being in control. He steered this one nicely down to 3rd man, pick up a single.
Just the 1. Down to mid-on.
Yeah, short delivery. And it was Mason decided to hit it down to long on for 1.
Missed everything there.
Yeah, I think Hazard just need to settle a bit, just focus a bit, looking to hit too hard and not getting into position to play those shots. Yeah, I think I think both batsmen is concerned about the start they had. We are into what the 4th over, 5th over, and just 32 for 1. So I think both batsmen are looking to really pick up the momentum.
Oh, how did that miss? Well, this Javed Hazard, he's living dangerously.
So the pressure is really building on Clove challengers, and I think, as I said before, the batsmen are conscious of the position they're in, with just already 5 overs bowled, 32 for 1, and they're trying to make something happen, but not getting in the position to play the right shot. Sometimes not even picking the deliveries well. We see Hazard really making some shots so that he's not used to, and therefore they just need to really just settle a bit, focus a little bit, and try to.
Well, Shadrach Descartes has now been called into the attack for the Nutmeg Warriors. Shadrach Descartes is coming in from the Darbo end. And immediately Hazard is on to him, looking to send him down backward a square, but didn't succeed in doing that too much. And just one, and a heaping set of fumbles there, nerves around the ground maybe. The Clove challengers in a position, in a must-win situation, if they want to ensure a place in the top four. The Nutmeg Warriors, on the other hand, would love to pick up a win here and cement their place to the top of the table. It's a good shot, better shot, controlled shot.
Yeah, short delivery, hit down to cover on the boundary. And Mason picking up another single.
Again, dangerous living here. It has missed everything. Even the wicket keeper, Andrew, was really sloppy there, and it went for 4 byes. So these Clove challengers wouldn't mind how the runs come, but once the ball gets over the ropes, they would be very comfortable with that. The extras column has been activated again. Already 12 extras in this innings, 5.5 overs bowled. The Clove challengers are 38 for 1.
Yeah, just releasing the pressure there, allowing that 4 byes. And again, Hazard looking to swing across. Ball just missed the off stump and just swung away. Keeper not being able to get out.
This time he's held on to it. Really didn't travel as far as he wanted to. Just out to the fielder deep in the onside, and more runs here for the Clove challengers. So they've been picking up 1s and 2s at times, not finding the boundary as often as they would love to, as they intend to. But runs coming is always a welcome sight. Again. So extras plaguing these Nutmeg Warriors. As we said that at the top of the innings, when they get one thing right, the other things are wrong. So if this has to go as an indication, if we've got to use this as a barometer, we know what will click for these Nutmeg Warriors today.
Yeah, just need to be more disciplined in this bowling, getting wide off the off stump.
This one has traveled, and it is going straight to the fielder, who does some really brilliant work there. He's down on the edge and had to do some acrobatic work there to save a sure maximum, and was really awesome.
Well, tremendous work, and you probably have a look at it again, and that would have... Yeah, that would have gone for 6. Yeah, really good work done there. Seemed to be Alexis down there. Tremendous work.
It's a loud appeal by Discard, but the umpire is not interested. Says no. Lyndon Mason on 14 and Javed Hazard on 9. And these two batsmen have been getting some very close calls, so to speak. But at the end of 6, they are 43 for 1. That's not where they want to be, these Clove challengers, given the conditions of what's before them today.
Yeah, they would want to be in a better position after 6 over. You probably would have want to get up, you mean 670. But, you know, they have struggled a bit. And wonders why, you know, you have Hazard batting at 3 and you have people like Darren Ed, we know into the 7th over. And probably your best batsman is not in as yet, you know. So maybe in terms of the setup, the strategy being used, is maybe, you know, it's a call for concern in terms of how your batting order is set.
More bowling to come from the River Road end, and from all indications here, it looks like Imran Joseph. That's a good shot. Gave himself room inside out and played it all the way down to the boundary. 4 runs, some sloppy work out there in the deep, but 4 runs. It was a really good shot. It deserved 4.
Yeah, should have been stopped there. Give him some room and hit over backward point. They wouldn't mind how those boundaries come, but now they're really looking to get as much boundaries as possible.
Looking to play a similar stroke again, but would have been better advised to stay there. And if he had stayed and played it straight, I'm quite sure the ball would not have landed yet.
Yeah, premeditated, moving before the bowler bowls. I think that was good bowling by Joseph. He probably realized that, slowed it down a bit and just pitched it outside the off stump.
Peeling off the outside edge again. And good work down there in the deep. These Nutmeg Warriors. It looks like Sunil Narayan doing some work down there on the 3rd man boundary. Did well to get down and then get around.
Yeah, very good work by Narayan. He really moved quickly and made us tumbling stop. But the batsman, I think, were able to pick up 3 runs in the process.
His motivation for a lot of the people in the field. He's not a small guy, this Sunil Narayan.
So it's 51 for 1. We're in the 7th over, just 6.5 overs bowled. And they will really have to look to pile on the runs.
Again through the offside. The call is 1. They come back for a second. This is going to be close, but all's well that ends well. It was really good running. They ran the first one hard and swift and opening up the door for a second run. Rafael?
Yes, they really have been aggressive in terms of the running, and which is so important now. You have to pick up as much runs as possible.
It was nothing short of wayward there and ill-disciplined, really. And boy, did he pay the price. So a very faint edge. And it's a disappointment there for Javed Hazard. He goes for 11. And he's heading back to the pavilion.
Yeah, I don't think this is an inning that you really want to remember. I think it was probably is worse I've seen him bat, knowing the ability that he has and what he can do. Really, he didn't have the best of it in this game. Going caught behind again, swinging wildly. As we look at the replay, his body one way and bat really far from his body. And really would not have been able to get much, even though he connected that delivery, because with his body and his bat, he can't get much power into it. I think he was trying too hard and not really following the basics. That he went caught behind.
Following the basics is always important. You could launch anything from there. With a good base, you can launch anything. In the meantime, these Clove challengers in a serious predicament now. They are 53 for 2, and they would need to pile on some runs, because going at this rate, they would only manage maybe about 78 to 80 runs. 78 according to what's projected in front of us, a current run rate of just over 7 3/4. So going at this rate, they would probably get to about 78, and they would want to pile on more runs than that for these Nutmeg Warriors. Just the one coming off of it, looking to play inside out again, Rafael Crony.
Yeah, this was well up, just sliding down the leg side, and Darren Ed, facing his first delivery, looked to hit to mid-on, comes off the pad. Again, as the 7th over is concluded, 54 for 2. A lot of pressure on now Darren Ed. He will have to from ball one, you will have to look to attack. This would be an important inning for him. If we're going to get up to probably 90 or above, he will have to start going as we go into over number 8.
Well, Shadrach comes in. He's bowled 1 over already. He's 1 over yielding 7 runs and picking up just the 1 wicket. And he would love to get more wickets here. And he'd love to limit these Clove challengers as best as he can. He's operating from the Dabo end. The Clove challengers, after 7 overs, are 54 for 2.
Yeah, this pair would really want to push on from here. It will be interesting to see how Darren Ned is going to push on from here. He has just faced 1 delivery. The mainstay for the Clove challengers coming in just at the end of the 7th over.
Over the infield on the offside, and it will just 1. They're coming back for the second hard, and they do get it. So good running, good communication between the batters there, good communication between the wickets.
Yeah, hit over cover, but there's a fielder on the boundary, and they was able to come back for 2. But as you said, really good running, with aggressive running.
Missing out again.
Yeah, and slow delivery. Well bowled, shortish delivery. And Ned looking to hit square this time, but with pace off. Playing a bit too early. Came off the edge and go down to third man. Good, this guy's slow delivery bowled there by Descartes.
This time he's over the infield. It will travel all the way to the boundary for 4 runs. So he's gotten a thick outside edge, peeling off the outside edge and all the way down to the boundary. 4 runs, 61 for 2.
Yeah, given some room there, and Mason hitting it down to third man. But one got the feeling that the third man fielder probably didn't pick it up, stayed a little while before he moved, and that delivery just dropped his right and just went over the ropes.
This time he's spanking him, but can't beat Thomas, who's on the edge of the circle on the offside, and just 1.
Yes, hit down to Thomas. Again, just pulling away and hitting that ball down to mid-off. And if you did move across, would have been able to probably pick the gap. And Ned probably missed out on that shortish delivery. Looking for power.
Final delivery of this Shadrach Descartes over. He's picked up 1 wicket so far for 15 runs. He's from the island of St. Lucia. He's a very good all-round cricketer. Does a lot of work with the ball, bats nicely, and he's electric in the field. This time he's played straight out into the offside again. Just 1. He's firmly played. So that brings up the end of the over. 16 runs coming off the Shadrach Descartes 2 overs, picking up just the 1 wicket. And after 8, the Clove challengers are 63 for 2.
Yes, I think good going by the Nutmeg Warriors. They'll be able to hold them really tightly. 63 for 2 after 8. I don't think they will be too unhappy with the state of things, but they had 2 overs to go. And the Clove challengers will really want to pick up, probably 20, 25 runs in the next 2 overs. But have been hard going for the Clove challengers.
looking to go over long on there. Or maybe just mid-wicket. He just rehearses it now to show that it was mid-wicket he was looking to go, but didn't get the connection that he wanted, Darren Ned.
Yeah, I think he wanted to clear the ropes and ball going into his pads.
Surely it will be a wide. And it has beaten the keeper, and it will beat the fielder sprinting, but to no avail. And by signal, 4 wides, 4 wides.
Yeah, and that's 5 runs added to the score, 68 for 2. It was a poor delivery, very wide, and just past the keeper there. A little casual keeper going down there, and that went down for 4 wide.
Oh, that's an awesome shot, but even better fielded on the edge of the circle. It's a great shot, but can't beat the inner ring.
Yeah, Fletcher in cover there. Ball hit all along the ground. Ned again giving himself a lot of room and not being able to get the placement that's required. Another leg by, ball going into the pad, so probably just above the pad. Mason looking to swing to mid-wicket. I've been keeping things pretty tightly in this over.
It's a good shot. Picked it up nicely and good cricketing shot there. So Darren Ned in the action. Clove challengers moving along. They would really want to pile on some runs here. I hear you saying an extra 20, but really anything short of 100 runs could very well be an easy wipe for these Nutmeg Warriors if they do get clicking. This time he's looking to pull it into the onside. It was outside off, and just one.
Yeah, piece off, slower delivery, and Ned they looking to hit over mid-wicket again and being beaten there. Playing a bit too early, the ball just bouncing off the bat and just rolling on the onside. So good variation shown there by Joseph.
Yeah, this one he connects. He connects, but it only gets to the fielder out in the deep, and looks disappointed, but he picked him out. Lyndon Mason picked him out, and he plucked the catch out of the air, and the Clove challengers are 75 for 3.
Yeah, tremendous catch there again. Slower delivery, off cutter coming in, and Mason swinging across, again not getting hold of it, and it was really taking on the boundary there. Discarded, taking a good one-handed catch, and really beautiful catch. He had to jump.
Well, we've said that he's electric in the field, this Shadrach Descartes. The ball has he has a magnet to him. The ball is following him all the time, but he was well aware of his surroundings there and made no mistake about it.
Yeah, good catch taken there. We have the completion of the 9th over, 75 for 3. Preston McSween.
Well, the last time he came in, Preston McSween with just 5 deliveries to face. Preston McSween, that was when his Clove challengers played Cinnamon Pacers on May the 3rd, 2 days ago. When he came in with just 5 deliveries remaining, he racked up 21 in quick time. So they would love for him to have a repeat performance of that today, these Clove challengers, wouldn't they?
Yeah, certainly. But I don't know if the Clove challengers probably would have missed a trick to the important match. Yeah.
Not getting anything on it. Imran Joseph bowling the final over.
Yeah, just making a point. Important match probably would have been necessary maybe to change their strategy a bit. Give your better players the opportunity to bat early. McSween probably should have been batting a lot earlier, like Darren Ned, 3 and 4. So you put your batsmen in, give them a chance to settle and to build a score.
Maxwell is a captain. If anybody has to make that call. Another wayward swing again. If anyone has to make that call, he should have made that call at least.
Well, not only him, but obviously your management. You have to know, analyze the situation and give yourself the best opportunity, right? That would give you opportunity to score as much runs as possible. And I thought that they probably miss a little trick.
I hear you talking.
7th over. We had net coming in the 7th over. There's not much you could do with 3 overs to go, and
Net advances down the wicket. Maxwell has to take some evasive actions, as minuscule as it was, but just the one. And Maxwell would now have 3 deliveries to negotiate from Imran Joseph. The score is 76 for 3.
Yeah, they will be disappointed with that batting display. I wasn't here early on this morning, but I know that 54 and
55 for 3. He has picked him up. He hasn't made good connection. He has only gotten to Andre Fletcher, who is out there, and a rifling return to the wicket keeper. Darren Ned had to make sure he was well grounded, because Andre Fletcher sent that one in with some purpose.
yet Fletcher will be very pleased with the situation. 77 for 3.
He was looking to manufacture something there. It didn't go where he wanted it to go, but it did end up in the boundary. He wasn't aiming for there, but anything in the back there, he would be very happy with it. So the Clove challengers are 81 now for 3. And just the final delivery coming up now.
Yeah. He picked up, I think this is the result he wanted, a boundary. Picked up the 4. He was just trying to lap it over the short fine leg. Went down to third man.
This one, he made good connection. Hello, can you hear me now? We've just ended the innings. That's a massive blow to end the innings for the Clove challengers. Picking him up nicely. And Darren Ned sent the bowler all the way back over the ropes for a power 8 maximum. So they end the innings, the Clove challengers, on 87 for 3. And they ended it with a power 8 maximum.
Yeah, good shot by Ned again, giving himself room. Getting it on the full toss. And hit it over long on. You see the power of Darren Ned, the way he hits the ball. Really hit it really well. And it went over Fletcher, who is feeling that long on for another huge 6. 87 for 3 after 10 overs. I still think, Jason, that they would be disappointed with the batted. Probably would have been looking for another 25 runs added to that score.
I believe you. I believe that for sure. They had some challenges very earlier on up in the innings, and then that slowed them up a whole lot, especially in the middle part. But getting to 87 for 3 at the end of 10 overs, so the Nutmeg Warriors will need 88 runs to win. The Clove challengers really want to try their very best to defend these 87 runs, because a lot of it will depend on their position and their probabilities to end up in the final 4 as we close off the first round of matches tomorrow.
Well, they still have another opportunity. You have another game to play tomorrow. I think Nutmeg Warriors will probably, they'll just move to probably the first place. If they get 2 points in this game, they will probably go on to 11. And it still means there's a position to make the fourth team. So they do have another opportunity. If they lose this today, their final match tomorrow, to try and make the fourth place.
All right, well, let's look at the batting card very quickly for these Clove challengers. Haston Jackson, he went really early. Disappointment for him. He went for 7 runs, really needed to get among the runs. He was looking sharp, but didn't really get past 7. Lyndon Mason was caught by Shadrach Descarte in the deep of the bowling of Joseph. He went for 26. He was the top scorer in that innings. Javed Hazard, he went out hit wicket for 11. Darren Ned not out on 21, and Preston McSween not out on 1. The Clove challengers getting to 87 for 3. They had 21 extras, so the Nutmeg Warriors not two pretty decent in the field. They had some wides, a whole lot of wides, especially in the bowling department. Alex Moses, no wicket for 14 runs from his two. Josh Thomas, 1 for 14 from his two. Sheldon Joseph, 1 for 14 from his two. Shadrach Descarte, 1 for no wicket, 16 runs from his two. And Imran Joseph, 1 wicket, 22 runs from his two. So the Clove Challengers getting to 87 for 3, and the Nutmeg Warriors requiring 88 runs to win. That's the story here. Do you think it's a gettable total?
It is gettable. It is a gettable total, but we know the excitement that small scores can create, so we still have to wait and see. But just to go back to the bowling a bit, I don't think Nutmeg Warriors bowling was as disciplined as they probably would have wanted. I thought that there was, as you said, there was a lot of extras. I think they bowled a lot of short deliveries, but the batsmen really were not getting into position to take advantage of those short deliveries. So a lot of them went a begging. And I think this is where, the pressure begin to tell, because you want to put in away the bad balls. Again, I believe they were trying to be too aggressive. They were trying to hit too hard, and lack getting into position to make sure the balls are being played into the gaps and played properly.
All right. Well, we'll see how that goes, because they really need these Nutmeg Warriors, one, to pick up these 88 runs to ensure they cement themselves at the top of the table. So join us in a few minutes when we have the chase from the Nutmeg Warriors looking for 88 runs. The Clove Challengers trying to hold them off. Rafael Crony and Clyde Rondell John will be at the top of the chase to guide us in. Join us then.
And welcome back to the National Stadium. Nutmeg Warriors require 88 for victory in this all-important game for Clove Challengers. And we are all set to see the first delivery being bowled by Preston McSween. And he will be bowling to Andre Fletcher. What could be, Rondell, very exciting game.
Yeah, it will be an exciting game. I think the Clove Challengers, they have a really good bowling unit and they would back their bowlers to defend the total.
Comfortably played down to third man by Fletcher. Third man fielder having to move to the right, so he's off the mark right away. One without lost. And Rondell, speaking about the bowling, you know, we speak about the bowling of the Nutmeg Warriors. The Clove Challengers, as you say, do have a pretty good attack in terms of the bowling. Make it really more interesting. And good delivery by McSween, moving into the right-handed Andrew. So it could make really for keen competition, looking at the quality of the bowling that Clove Challengers have coming up against Nutmeg Warriors.
Yeah, it really makes for a good challenge.
Hit straight to cover and they're looking for a run, and goes down to the boundary for 4 over chores. And really coming in there from cover. Ball picked up, thrown to the non-strikers end. And really it did look as though the batsman would have been in some trouble there. Missed the stump and was not backed up on the offside and went down to onside and went down to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, a pretty quick, sharp throw there from Ned. He got onto it really quickly, got onto it really good one motion and able to pick up throw. He just might have gotten thereabout. It would have been a close call, but definitely the backing up, I think, is what led the team down. It's good to have a shy. You never know. You hit the wicket there. It could be pressure on.
6 without loss. Fletcher respectful, push it to extra cover, and it will be so important that Fletcher play a really disciplined and a captain, and he probably really need to bat as long as possible, even though it's just 87 runs they are chasing.
Yeah, key here, Fletcher needs to bat as long as possible. If not, he needs to really get them off to a flyer that they could, really get above the rate and manage from there.
So a fielder being pushed onto the long leg. The third man comes up to what would be a deep gully position. Good thinking there by McSween. Fletcher looking to come down the track and had to adjust ball close to him, bouncing a bit, and he had to just push it in front of him, but really good thinking. And you will see the competition being really built between both players, Andre Fletcher and Preston McSween, probably 2 of the really experienced players in this contest.
Yeah, I know none of them would want to really give it away. They good competitors.
Play down to short, third man. Again, just a little bit of misfeeling by third man there. The amble, a single that completes the first over, Nutmeg Warriors. They require 88 for victory. They are 7 without loss.
Yeah, pretty good going by the good steady over by Preston, good steady over for the Nutmeg Warriors. They want to be as cautious as possible. At this stage, you want to make sure that you put out your best because you're getting to the business end. The playoffs are in sight, and definitely, you will want a bit of momentum going into the playoffs.
So 7 without loss as we prepare for the second over, being bowled by again the off spin of Gerard Noel.
Keep going,
Not
guys.
going for pace at both end, but spin. Noel coming from the River Road end. It's an end rondel that normally before we know we use the leg spinner with the breeze coming across. There's no breeze now, but the tendency with the breeze coming across, you use the leg spinner. Probably the bowler that's able to move the ball away from the batsman.
Let's work, guys.
Customary.
One wicket and win the
Now
tail.
we see
One
the
wicket
off
and win the tail, guys.
spinner.
Let's go.
Noel, and he's going to come
Go,
around the
Let's
wicket
go, Jay. I know you have his number, yeah?
to Fletcher.
Let's work.
Again,
Let's
we
work,
expect
Jay.
it to be competitive. They know each other very well. Actually plays for the same team,
Good
St.
Jay.
David's.
One. Good single. Let me accumulate some dots here now.
Right up and push on the cover. The fielder coming off the boundary, like Ned.
Let me get some dots here now, eh? Let's
So there's
go,
a
let's
short
go, guys.
third man,
Good
there's a
single,
backward
good
point,
single,
square
Gerard.
cover on the boundary, and a
Good
mid off
single.
on the offside.
Let's work. Let's
Mid on
work,
short
guys.
fine leg, backward square, and a mid
Let's
wicket
work, yeah?
on the boundary.
Nothing. All right, dots. Let me get dots.
So the two
Dots,
fielders
all
out,
right, a lot of
it's
dots gonna come
mid
here
wicket
now.
on the boundary,
A
and
lot
there's
of
a
dots. You gonna
cover on
post
the
something
boundary.
here, Gerard. Let's
Still
work.
in the power play, just the second over. Ball hits straight and goes just one bounce
No, man.
and goes
Let's
down
go,
to the
let's go, guys.
boundary
Come on.
for 4. Power 8 smashing 4.
Let's go, Jay. Let's go,
Give him
Jay.
some
We
room.
Get none of these, you know.
And the batsman was able to get under this one
Short, Jay.
and hit it for his
Come on,
first
come
4.
on, Jay.
Yeah, good shot by Andrew. Just making sure
let's
that he
work.
hit it straight. That one was just moving across with the angle of the bowler. Just
Let's
moving.
work.
It seemed that he picked it really well. There was no
Let's go,
turn
let's
on
go,
it, so
Jay.
it was just going across him and able to connect straight. Field being up, it's a nice time to really go over the bowler's head.
So
Let's
12
go, guys.
without loss.
Yeah, come.
Ball goes to mid wicket again, looking to swing. Andrew, they're not getting
Let's
hold
go,
of
Jay,
it.
let's go,
No
Jay.
timing.
Let's
And
work.
when-
Let's work.
Bouncing down to mid wicket.
Come on, Jay.
Pick up another single.
Catch him.
Hitting
Easy,
firmly
easy,
down to
man.
mid on is Fletcher.
Keep walking, guy.
We see the strategy
Let's go,
from Noel
Jay.
just seem to
Let me
be
get
looking
that ball here. Let me
to
get that ball here now.
angle the ball into the
Let's
pads
work,
of the
let's
batsman,
work.
right up, not giving them much room. Fletcher
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
striking
Let's
that
go.
one firmly.
Yeah, I think Noel just wanted to make sure that he doesn't give them the chance to really free the arms as the one that was hit in the previously down to mid-on. Again, what we've noticed during this last sessions of play is that the spinners have been coming into their own. We looked at the game this morning where the Saffron Strikers used mainly the spinners. The pace bowlers only got 2 overs, and some 8 overs were bowled by the spin, because when you slow it up, when you really allow it to grip, there is something happening.
Yeah, and I was making a point. Maybe we can discuss it from from where you sit. And this is actually the 14th in playing on this pitch for the day. One would think you would, the first inning, the second one go, you come to the third one. You'd want to really bat first, probably to get the better part of the pitch. Coming in on the 14th, you expect it would be a little bit more wear and tear, and you would expect that the spinners probably would be able to do a bit more coming in on the 14th inning. Jackson from the Dabo end. And this one goes high in the air. Someone is getting on it. Taking that mid on. Big wicket there. Fletcher looking to hit over the top and just coming down the track to using his feet. But I think, he was caught in a real difficult position and not being able to clear mid on, and the ball being taken there by Reynald Charles. It's Reynald Charles picking up that catch at mid on, and really a big blow there Nutmeg Warriors losing the wicket of Fletcher.
Yeah, really big blow there. I think Fletcher knew somehow that Jackson would come short, but it was short and a little too close to him to really get that ball away. And it was really good height that challenged Fletcher, and definitely a big blow. They would want to make sure that they press home this advantage. We keep saying the Clove Challengers are a good bunch, or a very good bowling unit. And so it will be tough going, but how they approach it from here will be very important.
Yes. First ball will be by Jackson. And Rondell Jackson, no Fletcher very well. Again, they are teammates. But I think he was just too anxious trying to come down with the first delivery. Have a look at it. Because it's so important that he remains at the wicket for as long as possible, even to help guide the batting. Now losing that wicket, Kotoy, another experienced player from St. Vincent.
Yeah, but I think Fletcher, the approach Fletcher is using is really a good one. What he was using is that you put him under pressure and then you milk, so you keep the run rate always up and everything. But again, you have to give credit to the bowler. A good delivery, good pace, good height that Fletcher really couldn't connect well.
So we'll come back to that discussion with that delivery as Jackson. You have hitched to just over mid-on there and goes down to the boundary for Power. Smashing for pitch up and just whipped it and was just over the mid-on fielder. And picking up an important boundary, 18 for 1, and Kotoy just clearing the fielder.
Yeah, just done enough just to get that ball over the field. I think the bat turned in his hand slightly, and I think that was responsible for the loss of power on contact. So definitely, I don't know if he underestimated the pace that Jackson is bowling, but somehow the bat just turned there and allowing it to lob.
Stroke firmly to mid-on. Over pitch delivery. Jackson attempting to get the ball right up. Yeah, just coming back to that Fletcher dismissal day, do you think probably, I would have thought that first delivery you probably would want to see what's happening first before you look to make any move. Because he was actually coming on the wicket and it really was not there. Again, hit where? Somewhere over the waist there. As Kotoy, they looking to pull and that ball just crashed into just over the waist.
Yeah, I think that one got him pretty good, just under the arm right there. Definitely will sting a bit. Jackson is coming in with a decent piece and will sting him a bit, but he will continue to fight on.
Comes off the edge and in the air again, just dropping short of any of the fielder. Again, beaten for pace. The Kotoy looking to pull and really in some difficulty. The extra pace from Jackson.
Yeah, putting him under a bit of pressure. Kotoy, maybe the blood rushing a little bit from that hit on the arm there, but he needs to settle. Needs to remember that he's the senior man out there. Will want to stay out and help to guide his team closer to the total.
Jackson missing his run there. A very exciting period.
Yeah, I think Kotoy just seemed to be missing the trick a little bit. Looking to pull while the bowler has pace where he could just ramp over. You have no one out on the boundary over from, let's put it, point to, there's no one on the boundary in that region.
So we see the mid-wicket, straightish mid-wicket being pushed right back on the boundary. So there's a mid-wicket, he coming straight, and the long leg on the boundary. These are the two fielders out. Still in the power play. Again, and Cotter would be a little disappointed. Full toss outside the off stump as we look at the replay there. Pretty close to a wide, but I think it was a good call by the umpire. That concludes the third over. It's 18 for 1. And really, we do have a match on our hands.
Yeah, we do have a match on our hand. I think the 87 runs put on by the Nutmeg Warriors, they back themselves to get it because they've been bowling really well throughout the tournament, and so they would want to just continue to build pressure, keep the score as low as possible, and hope that the batsmen will come after them and eventually will be able to pick up some wickets.
So Noel in his second over, his first over, going for 7. Jackson going for 4.
Let's go, G.
Full toss, hit down to square leg for 4. Good smashing. Power 8 smashing for bad delivery, and given the right treatment by Andrew with no danger.
Yeah, no danger there, no possibility of getting out. Controlled it really well, as we heard from the keeper. Bad delivery, and he put it away really well. I think Noel looking to keep it full into the legs, just missing his length.
Catch you now! Oh, yeah!
Ball hit back firmly. Well taken there by Geronimo, but I think it. Look at the replay here, probably.
Keep walking, keep walking. Keep going, Jay. Come on. Jay, you're standard. Come on.
Very interesting there. Very interesting, Rondell. We probably need to see that replay again. Noel. Again, just missing there, but very interesting decision there.
Yeah, it slipped through. He didn't catch it. It slipped through him. So when he fell, it actually bobbled out.
Hit over cover. Good shot. One bounce goes down to the boundary for 4. 26 for 1. And Andrew just making room and getting in good position. And hitting it over a backward point, and went down for a power 8 smashing 4.
Yeah, good shot, good temperament from Andrew, looking to just free the arms, no one out, and it means that once you get it over the infield, it will bring you runs. Noel straying again. We've seen him look to bowl tight into the pads, but now he went outside.
Down the leg side, swung around again. It's going to go down to the boundary. Again for, let's see, it just probably got some bat on it. Yes, he did. Another power 8 smashing 4. Really expensive over by Noel. 30 for 1.
Yeah, again, good shot there by Andrew. Good choice of shot. Just paddling it, coming inside and just paddling it. Fine. The fielder had to run around. Couldn't do that, and this is really good going. I think he's adjusting to what is happening out there, and adjusting really well.
Nothing. Dive on it. All right, good pressure, Jay. Good pressure.
Push down to mid-off.
Not bad.
And Sharon Noel.
Keep going, guys.
With one delivery to go in the over.
Yes.
Again, struck down to long on. So another single to Andrew, who is playing a really good hand. He's on 23. 31 for 1, and we have 4 completed overs.
Yeah, Andrew looking really good. I think he's the kind of batsman that would play, really good, proper cricket shots. If you see him slug, it's because maybe the pressure has gotten to him. But generally, he looks to play straight. He looks to make sure that he maneuvers. He tends to have to be able to strike the ball pretty powerfully. But generally, he's a timer of the cricket ball. And so far, this is the innings. This is the approach that the the Nutmeg Warriors need if they are going to overhaul this total.
So Nutmeg Warriors on the first meeting against Clove Challengers. Nutmeg Warriors would have won by 46 runs. Scoring 100 for 5 in their 10 overs. Andrew Fletcher scored 53. And Clove Challengers was only able to muster 54 for 8.
Yeah, so definitely they
this one hit down to long leg. Let's see, it probably came off the glove there. As Andrew looking to pull, ball probably hustling onto him, not getting hold of it. And it went slowly down to that long leg position. So 32 for 1. Left-handed Kieran Kotoy comes in to strike. Jackson going for 5 in his first over, picking up the all-important wicket of Fletcher. Again, ball played slowly down to that backward square position. Again, you can see Kotoy looking for some power, maybe to swing through mid-wicket. Ball again beaten for pace, ball rushing onto him. And just went bouncing down on the onside.
Yeah, the batsmen need to really look to make sure that they time the ball properly if they're gonna get value for the shot. The outfield is still quick, really good outfield, and so you can't get value if you can keep it down and get it into the gaps.
Another short delivery, hit down the long leg, straight to the fielder, and yeah, just take that cat, bubbling with it. And there was Andrew looking to pull again. The pace would really catch him in some difficulty, and you could see there he was really not in the right position. Ball going down to that long leg fielder, and that's we try to find out who is that catcher there, but ball going straight down to him, fumbled a bit, but took the catch. And the Nutmeg Warriors losing the second wicket, fruit a dismissal. They are 33 for 2.
Yeah, again a good shot delivery by Jackson. Had the batsman committed to playing, and I think this is what he has done. He has really got the batsman committed to playing at the deliveries. That one taking the top edge, Andrew getting a pretty good connection onto it. He traveled pretty quickly. And so a good catch there by the youngster down at the fine leg region.
So there was Javon Andrew caught by Sean Andrew. So Holly Andrews ball really rushing onto him there and went down to Sean Andrew. Bobbled it a bit, but held on at the end. 33 for 2.
I think Andrew recognizing that there was a man out. Really, I think this is why he tried to get it a bit finer, but I would have advised that you go forward a square.
Discarded. First delivery beaten and didn't pass far from the off stump. Again, looking to give himself some room coming down. And good delivery by Jackson. Just moving away from the left-handed Discarte. A good aggressive bowling by Hassan Jackson has already picked up 2 wickets for 6 runs. Played down to that backward point. Fielder comes off the boundary. And that concludes a really tremendous spell by Hassan Jackson. Taking up just one more delivery. So far 2 for 7, 34 for 2. Nutmeg Warriors. Again, ball played back to
their experience can really help to guide the game towards the Nutmeg Warriors. But maybe
Hold on.
one of them going could spell a bit of pressure. So it's really nicely poised. Any team asserting the ascendancy here will take the momentum and definitely seek to bring it home.
So we're looking at Amikel Dubisset. This will be interesting. Dubisset coming on, we know that he will, he will take off pace, use a lot of variation. So this will be an important part.
Thank you.
As I said before, Rondell, I think the team that bats the best
Right. That's good.
will come off. But it'll be really interesting to see with Amikel Dubisset coming from the Riverwood end.
Okay.
And he will be bowling to Shadrach Discati.
Hey!
Making no contact. Keeper standing up again.
Walk in
That
the
will put a
wicket,
little
walk
extra
in
pressure
the
with the
wicket.
keepers
That's
standing
all
up.
the wickets that's come, all right? Remember last year.
Bowling to no slip. Short third man, cover. There's also a cover on the boundary and a mid-off.
Keep going.
Backward point on the boundary. So we have 5 fielders on the offside.
Very difficult wicket to bat on, okay? Keep working. Hey, nothing.
Straight down to
That's
short
okay,
third
that's
man.
okay.
They come through for
That's okay.
a quick run.
That's
And
okay, guys.
good backing up by Katoy there.
Let's go.
Yeah, Katoy really quick onto it.
Guys. Come on,
Really
Clove. Come on,
was
Clove.
ready for the single. I think
Clove, you're on top, you're on
they
top,
seem
Clove.
to have that understanding
Let's
between the
go,
two of them as to what is
Number 10,
needed.
yeah?
How long they can really
Keep
keep
going,
focused
now
and
that
do
dot ball's here.
what they need to do
Let the catch young there.
will be the difference between
let the
them
catch,
coming out winners and them losing here today.
Let's work, guys. Come on.
35 for 2. Scoring at 6.56. Required weight is
Let's go,
11.36.
guys. His dot ball is more than his runs, okay?
They need 53 in
His dot ball is
28
more than his
deliveries.
runs. Let's go. A lot of dot balls in his face. Let's go. You're joking, right?
Outside the off stump. Again, Carter allowing this one to go. But wide of the off stump.
Keep going, guys. Keep going.
Yeah,
Let's
the
go,
dot
guys.
balls
Let's go.
tend to get the batsmen really
Come on, do be set.
irritated. They want to be able to score off everyone.
Hit to cover. Hit to cover. Superb catch. Taking in the covers there. What a catch. Ball pitch up and Kotoy, as we looked at the replay, hit firmly to cover. And really good diving catch they taken. And what a blow, 35 for 3, Nutmeg Warriors.
Yeah, brilliant catch there. That one was traveling, and he didn't have much time, the fielder there, to get across and fling himself. What was important, he took it with the 2 hands. His 2 hands was at it, and so as he fell, he had good control of it. There was no way it would have bobbled out of that hand. Really good catch. Big breakthrough for his team. And definitely they would have their tails up now. They would be looking to bring home the bacon.
So Kotoy was caught by Reynold Charles again in the action with catching, but it really was a superb effort. He had to move quickly, to dive to his right, and took it really well.
You're going wrong, Mason.
35 for 3, Nutmeg Warriors.
Not much. All right, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
And Kotoy going.
Going one.
Caught by Charles.
All right, that's good.
Dubisset picking up a wicket in his first over.
Yeah. Good.
And with that, run rate continues to go up, 12.23.
All right, guys, if you do the maths, okay? 6 is 36. We're in the 6 over and they're less than it, yeah?
Akim Alexis. Hitting, where does this go? Down to backward square, straight into the hands of the fielder. And Akim Alexis goes first ball. Another fruiter dismissal.
Yeah, again, as the keeper rightly saying, he's really calculating everything that is happening there, and he can the pressure of having to really get up to the run rate. I think this is what has caused Akim to come out first delivery, looking to belt it over the man there at backward square and unable to really clear the backward square, and he goes. Definitely pressure is on. You can see that the batsmen coming out, they're really looking to get after the bowling, and this is the opportunity that the Clove challengers will use to try and make sure that they get on top of the Nutmeg Warriors.
And it was really good bowling by Amikel Dubisset. It was a slow delivery, pitch just outside of some, but coming into Alexis, who swung with the tide. Really didn't get hold of it because it was a slower delivery. And the fielder down at the backward square boundary, which was Dina George, just had to wait for it and took a rather simple catch. And Nutmeg Warriors seemingly are up against it now, 35 for 4. They had it in Sheldon, with Sheldon Joseph comes in. Well, Sheldon, not Imran, Sheldon Joseph comes in. And that ball played to backward square. They're looking for 2 there. Keeper running quickly. And that completes the first over. Amikel Dubisset. And in his first over, he has picked up 2 for 2.
Yeah, really, really good tight over, pressurizing over there by Dubisset. I think everybody knows him to, be that wily customer that's able to just do a little bit with the ball. Really has some trick up his sleeve, and he has put his team, I think, in a really good position to step on the gas or step on the accelerator and maybe just push for that win. A lot will depend on the other bowlers here now to back up this. You have some 4 overs remaining and some 52 runs to get. It could be very, very tricky.
Yeah, looking very tight for Nutmeg Warriors. Darren Ned going to pick up the attack from this Dabo end. And he's going to bowl this 7th over. So Nutmeg Warriors need for the 52 runs. 13 runs for over. See a pack off side field. Yeah, outside the off stump, signal wide by the umpire.
Yeah, it says that the line belongs to the umpire, and that one was close, but it moved back in.
Yeah,
so I could understand that the bowler feeling a little bit hard down there.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, certainly agrees with you. At least this particular delivery looked wider.
Yeah, well, I think he gave him the benefit from maybe just adjusting his radar now, the umpire, as compared to the one that really moved back in. But pitching just around the same region, but the other one moved in while this one remained out.
Hit high in the air. Let's see. This going to clear. The third man goes for 6. Again, giving the room short there. And Joseph flashing, taking the outside edge. And went high over the third, or move backward point on the boundary. And picking up power weight maximum.
Yeah, again, using the pace of the bowler and then short and wide. And not looking to go down, but looking to go up. And was able to clear the boundary easily.
And good length delivery, and Joseph looking to drive. Ball not up for the drive, and cutting back a bit. He made no contact.
Yeah, the length there, I think, is, and the fact that it was closer to him. It wasn't a drivable length, neither was it a pull length, but it was just there.
Again, just outside the off. Some good line, line by net, not giving him much, pitching it on that path length that makes it difficult, as you were saying, to come forward or even to play back.
Yeah, and what was good about that again is that delivery was a slower delivery. So Joseph playing too quickly.
Play it down to backward point. Steer down the backward point. And Joseph there looking in more control, getting on top of this one. And he pick up another run. 44 for 4. We in over number 7. So we still have another 44 runs. Nutmeg Warriors need another 44 runs and 19 deliveries.
A lot would rest on the shoulders of Shadrach Descarte right now. We knew him to be a powerful striker of the ball. Hasn't really seen him get off as we knew he should in the tournament. This would be the best time to really, come into a bit of form for your team.
Yeah, Descarte. Again, looking to give himself room. Good thinking there by Darren Ned, just holding it back and bringing it closer to him, push it on the offside, and pick up a single. So that concludes the 7th over. 45 for 4, the Nutmeg Warriors, trying to get up to 88 for victory.
Yeah, again, pressurizing over. Ned going only for 9 runs, where the run rate is needed is just about 14.33. So again, when you wait, you look at it, you look at what is happening. The momentum seems to be shifting to the Clove Challengers. A big over is needed. At least a 20 run over is needed if the Nutmeg Warriors are really going to get back into this.
So Dubisset with the second over, picking up her 2 for 2 in his first over. Ball hit down to third man for 4. Again, just trying giving the room there. The third man, short third man has been wide. And that ball going down to the boundary for another 4. 49 for 4.
Yeah, again, not bad bowling by Dubisset. You would feel a little bit aggrieved there that it had to hit the edge and go. So fine of the fielder, but again looking to make sure that Descartes is not able to generate much power as he plays the shots.
Would you be tempted to move that short third man and put him right back so you look to you save the boundary as this one signal wide, again wide, and based on what he's trying to do, obviously to bring the ball right up. Just outside the off some batsman of the reach, and possibility you want to stop the boundaries. We into the 8 over, so you really want to keep it tight to save as much boundaries as possible. Hit, and where does this go? Again goes over that short third man field and goes down to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, again, as you were just saying, maybe if he was out, he could have saved at least 3 runs there. So definitely something to think about for Preston McSween. The problem that he may have now is who is coming in, as we see him bringing in the man at backward square in, and now the third man is posted, which is, as you were saying, the right move, just to make sure that you defend the runs.
Yeah, you want to cut the boundaries off. Maybe he probably might be in a position to even rush in and take the catch based on where you're standing. So we see really a turnaround in this over. He has Dubisset, just in 2 deliveries, has gone for 10. Bowling 2 wides and 2 boundaries. 55 for 4 over number 8. So
on,
there's
Ruby,
third
set.
man on the boundary. There's a point on the boundary.
Ruby,
There's
set. You
cover
are
on the
important.
boundary.
You are important. That's it for us. Come on, man.
So just 4 fielders out and mid wicket.
Hey! Jose!
Looking for the big hit, making no contact.
Keep going, Ruby.
Yeah. And yes, we also seen the long on, wide long on the boundary. So these are the 5 fielders out. Again, we have an extra cover, mid off, backward square, just to the left of the umpire and a short fine leg.
Ruby set, he's batting off stump now. He's very obedient, okay? He's very obedient. Let's go, Ruby set.
Just want to hit down to long unless he's going to clear that long on for 6 rate. Good hit by Descartes, picking it up well. Again, slower delivery and hitting it over long on for another power hit maximum.
Yeah, good connection there by Descartes. Adubi said not really disguising that one well enough. Moving it away and it's still slower, so it sat up and asked to be hit, and he really did climb into it. So really a good over here for the Nutmeg Warriors, just again tilting the balance in terms of how things were progressing. So makes for a very interesting finish.
61 for 4. Duby said going for some 16 runs in 4 deliveries. This one is hit. The way it was just go down to the man on the boundary. They're going for one looking, but just one. So the expensive over. 62 for 4. So he has gone for 17 in the over.
Yeah, the pressure is on, and this is where the teams that is able to hold their nerve and really execute their plans and have clear plans as to how they're gonna win the game. I believe that is the team that is gonna come out trumps here today.
We haven't seen Tina George.
Get him.
Hit down to good stop by the fielder at mid on there. Really good stop. That ball was swung down. Looks like Preston McSween.
Yeah, it seems to be Preston.
Making a really good stop there. And cutting off any possibility of a run.
Yeah, he moved really quickly there. Again, Descartes. It could have been a single, but Descartes wanting to be on strike seemed to be the man that has raised his hand to really clear the boundaries. We know he can, and so it makes for an interesting over again. So Preston will want to make sure that and he's going. He has taken the responsibility to make sure that he gets a really tight over in, and hope that the bowler at the other end can really bring home. So not a bad tactic. He would want to make sure that he keeps it under the 13 required and maybe build a bit more pressure.
Yeah, very good move for him to take the responsibility. 26 needed from 12 deliveries. So McSween is going to come for his second over, his first over going for 7 runs. And he's bowling to Descartes. Left arm over, he's swinging and making no contact. So crucial. This is really going to be a crucial over. We see. And just seemed to be some concern there. Maybe I didn't pick it up, Rondell, whether or not a no ball have been called, but it just seems as though maybe someone was outside of the circle, and no ball was called. We just see the umpire having a discussion. If we get a chance to see what happened there just before that delivery, we probably might be in a better position to really determine what happened there. But it seems as though no ball was called. Maybe it was felt one of the players, maybe the cover fielder, probably seemed to be judged to be outside the circle.
Yeah, I think that there was just one extra player one player too much outside, so it resulted in no ball being called.
63 for 4. And this one, again, no contact there. As Ziscati looking to hit again through that cover region. Ball just a bit wide. A really interesting decision again.
Yeah,
just
well,
a bit wide.
It's always said that the line belongs to the umpire, so he determined what he wanted to call there. Or not call, rather.
Maxwell. Right up where does this one goes down to mid-wicket. They hustle for one. They look for a second one. Let's see. And a good run in there. This guy they pick up 2, but good running. That takes the score on the 20. Joseph on 8, and this pair has already put on 30 really important runs.
Yeah, they've been going well so far. Pressure is on it. They need to really stay there and
right up and driven down to mid-off. Again, Descarte refused that single. Wanted to take most of the strike. Preston going for 10 in his 1.3 overs.
Yeah, again, very crucial over, and so far Maxwell has been, really doing well in terms of restricting the scoring.
23 from 9. Driven through the covers for 4. Again, pitch up, given the room, and hit between extra cover and mid-off. And down to the boundary for another power-weight smashing 4.
Yeah, brilliantly executed shot. Definitely looking to hit through that vacant position there, or rather just dissecting, let's put it that way, dissecting to perfection. And so Descarte is backing himself. He's really, in that frame that says, hey, I can do this.
This one goes in the air. Let's see, the fielder is getting around, getting under it. Takes the catch. Really important blow there. As Descarte looking for the big hit. Shorter in length there and really picked it up. We are really not getting hold of it. And went down to a short, fine leg. And the fielder coming around, they picking up that catch. And that again was Andrews taking up a really good catch. And you could see him a really good catch. It was not as easy as it looked.
Yeah, a good catch. What was important there is that he kept his eye on the ball all the way. Even if he had to run back, the ball actually turned him around, but he kept his eyes on the ball, and as it dropped, he was right underneath it where he can collect and make a really good, outstanding catch. That one, really went high and it was swirling, and if you look at him turning, catching it back behind himself. So really outstanding catch there by Kelshawn Andrew. And again, the Nutmeg Warriors losing a crucial wicket at a crucial time. The Clove Challengers, they have done, I think, just about enough to ensure that they build some pressure and make sure that the last over takes some getting.
69 for 5 it is. 19 runs needed from 7 deliveries. And Preston Maxwell picking up that important wicket. He has picked 1 for 14. Imran Joseph, another hard-hitting Imran Joseph. We know also his ability in hitting the ball. Maxwell is taking great care in setting the field. Joseph off the edge goes down to third man, and this is going to run across the ropes for 4. Powered, smashing 4. Again, just giving the room there, and Joseph swinging there, and ball coming off the edge and goes over where a first slip would be, and the third man a little bit too square, not being able to get around. So that completes over number 9, 73 for 5. Nutmeg Warriors trying to get up the 88 for victory.
Yeah, and really interesting position here now. 15 from 6 deliveries. We know that Sheldon Joseph can hit the ball. Imran Joseph just as well, a pretty strong lad. When he connects, it goes pretty far. But will he be able to really bring it home against Darren Ed? This is a really big matchup. The person to really hold their nerve here will definitely bring home a victory for their team. So a really interesting game we have on hand. It will go down to the wire, I can tell you.
So Ned went for 9 in his first over, and he would want to keep at that rate. If he keep at that rate, it will be a victory for the Clove Challengers. Very important over. Third man right back, backward point right back on the boundary. There is cover, extra cover, and mid off on the offside. Short fine leg, and again Rondell. Short fine leg, backward square on the boundary, mid wicket on the boundary, long on the boundary. First delivery hit down to third man, goes over the fence for 6. Poet maximum the short delivery bowled by Ned and Joseph back. That's Sheldon Joseph and hitting it over that wide third man area for Poet maximum.
Yeah, tough shot there by Joseph, using the pace of Ned, and really lifting that one over them. Yes, the man was there at third man, but he was able to get it well over his head and into the boundary. 4 runs. 6 runs, rather.
Ball hit to cover, straight to cover, taking in cover. Joseph goes, caught in cover, ball pitch up. He giving him some room and hit it straight to the cover fielder. That's who take a really good catch.
Yeah, again, another big blow, another turn, another twist as this game comes right down to the final few deliveries. 9 needed, 4 runs. A big shot there by Joseph, really connected well, but connected only to Dubisset, who took a brilliant catch. It was powerfully struck, but he held on well, and so it brings another tail in this game. Where would it go? Where would it go?
What excitement. 79 for 6. We still have 4 deliveries and 9 runs is needed. But that was pitched up, and I don't think he really took advantage. Just had to pick the gap. Hit it straight to Dubisset, who came forward and took it inches from the ground.
Yeah, I think the length, although it was pitched up, but he was not able to really get underneath it to raise it over the fielder, so he had to hit it flat. And the fact that he hit it flat meant that the possibility of it going to the fielder was greater.
Sunil Narayan down the leg side, and they are going to take a and signal a wide. Yeah, again, poor delivery, bowled by Ned. They swinging down the leg side, and the keeper he really had to move well and grasp it a bit, and the batsman picking up a single. 81 for 6, and we still 4 deliveries to go. A little bit of a discipline shown by Ned. I think he's really rushing in. I just need to steady himself and focus a little bit coming in.
Yeah, I think what he needs now is to really be able to have maybe the mind of Dubisset, where you change the pace, where you do something different. Don't really give them that opportunity.
Hit where does this horse go down to mid off, and they take one, they come back for a second. Again, 2 more runs. Batsman being given the room to swing there, and Darren Ned 83 for 6.
Yeah, 5 needed, 3 balls remaining. Can Joseph bring it home? What's his mindset? What is the mindset of Darren Ned? Which delivery is it that he's going to bowl?
Make no contact there. Again, Joseph giving himself room to swing. I would have again moved that short that long leg fielder there and push him right back, because you want to cut off the boundary. A single would be, you don't mind to let Narayan, who has just come in, to come back to face. Anything comes off the edge, going to go down to the boundary. You see what happens. And this one is go high in the air. The keeper is going back and takes the catch. And another important blow there. Again, we saw Joseph trying to take advantage of that short fine leg to come back to play it over his head. Unfortunately, he got the bottom of the bat, went high in the air. And the keeper coming around, taking that catch. 83 for 7. And certainly one would think that Clove Challengers probably have it.
Yeah, a really tough luck there by Joseph. I think he had the right idea, as we were just talking about the man down at the fine leg region, but he was unable to really get across to get it to fine leg. Instead of taking the outside edge and going up over the keeper, who ran back and take a really good catch. But importantly, the delivery was full and outside the off stump. So definitely we were talking about it, but had that edge, the only other option it had was the third man, and he was on the boundary. So really good bowling by Ned. I'm not really going towards the leg side, but keeping it on the offside, and I think that is what is responsible for the fall of the wicket.
Yeah, I agree with you. You really kept it outside the off stump and picking up that all important wicket. 83 for 7 with just one delivery remaining. Importantly, do not bowl an extra.
Very important.
So the left-handed Charles, Wendell Charles, 4 runs would tie it.
Yeah,
so
maybe we have a first super over.
Let's see. I think now is the important time for that long net to be back here. Does not want 4 runs to be scored with this delivery. Hit down to mid-off. Really a good victory for Clove Challengers. Ball pitched up, pushed down to mid-off. He picked up a single. The Nutmeg Warriors, 84 for 7, losing by 3 runs.
Yeah, a really, really good game of cricket. I think the game was really well thought out by the Clove Challengers. They understood what they needed to do to ensure that they get wickets, get quick wickets. Most importantly, get Fletcher out early, which they did, and that's helped them to really, be confident of getting the Nutmeg Warriors under the total that was set. Good execution in terms of their plans. They knew where to bowl to the batsmen that came out, and definitely they deserve the victory that they've gotten. And most importantly, that secures them a spot. So right now they are in a good place. Come tomorrow, it means that the Ginger Generals, even if they win, would not be able to surpass them.
Yeah, very, very important. And Rondell, as we spoke before, I did see that I would not have been surprised if, if the Clove Challenge would have won this game. But again, you spoke about the strength of the bowling. 87 runs was not a big total. And with the likes of Andre Fletcher, as we said, would have been very important to probably bat and steer the team to the victory. But they have bowled well. They have kept things pretty tight. I thought Dubisset came in with the first over, pick up 2 important wickets. That wicket of Fletcher, I think, was crucial. Again, Jackson bowled well. He also picked up 2 wickets. I think when you got those early wickets and you have Preston McSween coming back, made it very difficult. I do agree with you when you speak about the strength of the bowling, of the Clove Challenge. They do have some depth.
Yeah, and again, as you rightly said, I think not just having the wicket of Fletcher, but the time in which they got the wicket of Fletcher was very, very important. If he was able to get off and maybe get a quick fire, maybe 10, 15, 20 runs, it might have made a difference in terms of this change. But the time they got the wicket was really important, and they were never able to really build momentum after that. And I think this is what the Clove challengers used to really motivate them to really keep the pressure on the Nutmeg Warriors and bring home the victory.
Right, just to give you a bit of the scorecard, Andre Fletcher was caught by Charles. Bull Jackson for 4, 8 deliveries, just 10 minutes. Andrew caught by Andrew, bowled by Jackson, 24, 13 balls, and he had 3 fours. Played a pretty good hand. Kotoy was caught by Charles, bowled by Dubuset for 5. Descarte also played a good hand. He was caught by Andrew, bowled Maxwin for 24, faced 16 deliveries. Akim Alexis was caught by George, bowled Dubuset. And Sheldon Joseph was caught by Dubuset, bowled Ned. And he also just went, let's see, Sheldon Joseph caught Dubuset, bowled Ned, 14 deliveries, 9 balls. And Imran Joseph was caught by Hazard, bowled by Ned. He went for 6, just 4 deliveries, 7 minutes. And Sunil Narayan not out, Wendell Child not out 1. And the score being 84 for 7. Quickly the bowling, Maxwin, 2-1 for 18. We had Jackson, he had 2 for 7. Dubiset 2 for 19, and Darren Ned finished with 2 for 20. The Nutmeg Warriors just failing to get up to that 88 for victory, 84 for 7. And we had the Clove Challengers winning by 3 runs. I think Kerry is ready for us. Kerry, over to you.
We here at the post-match ceremony. What an exciting match it is. The Spice T10 certainly living up to the excitement of Spice cricket and vibes. And victory to the Clove Challengers. They're into the top 4 of the tournament. First time they would be playing in that top 4 in the history of the tournament. We have with us Isaiah, one of the umpires and officials from the GCA. He'll be presenting first of all to the best bowler with the best economy rate. That goes to Haston Jackson, 2 overs, no maiden, 2 for 7. Excellent performance there from the bowler from the Clove Challengers. All right, and then we move on now to the player of the match. The player of the match, that is Darren Ned for his excellent performances with the bat 20 plus with his bat and bowling a crucial final over to lead his team to victory. Player of the match, Darren Ned of the Clove Challengers. Darren, it has been a long time coming, but Clove Challengers are finally in the top 4 after the group stage of the tournament. Must be feeling excited with your guys' performance throughout.
Yeah, the guys performed pretty well today to reach in that stage for us to, put ourselves in the semi-finals. The guys have been playing good cricket. It's just for we to execute, and we execute today perfect.
At the back end of the inning, you would have had some important blows at the back end there with getting 20 plus in quick time to help your team up to 88. With the ball, you also had some pressure at the back end of the innings. First ball went for 6. Talk to us about your mindset after that first delivery in the last over went for 6.
Yeah, really, I wasn't trying to do anything much. Just trying to keep it simple and just bowl to the field. The first one getting away for 6 was hard luck, but just for me to come back and just stick to the areas and bowl well.
You guys are in the top 4 as I mentioned before, but you still have one more game tomorrow against the Ginger Generals in this first round of the tournament. I'm sure you guys would want to go in there and take that one serious to see how you can continue build momentum.
Yeah, we're just looking to go there with the momentum and come out in another weight to finish on a high. So once the guys just stay positive and just come out there and do the work tomorrow.
All right, well, Ned, congratulations on the performance today and all the best for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, thanks.
So that was Darren Ned, the player of the match, hero of the day for the Clove Challengers as they book a final top 4 spot in this tournament.
Thank you, Kerry. Very interesting, exciting game, even though it was a low-scoring game. Clove Challengers getting up to 87 in their 10 overs, and Nutmeg Warriors just failing to cross the line, 84 for 7 in what has been very exciting and really keen contest, which means that Clove Challengers has booked their spot in the last 4. Really, it has been an interesting game today. Again, exciting games today. And we look forward tomorrow to what will be 2 keen contests. We have tomorrow Ginger Generals, and they will come up against Clove Challengers. And Nutmeg Warriors, they will come up against Bayleaf Blasters. 2 of the final preliminary games will be played tomorrow. And we do invite you to join us for some more exciting cricket. This Spice Dream 11 Spicel T10 tournament, and we are coming to you really from the National Stadium here in Grenada. Join us tomorrow when we continue with 2 more games.